Hello everyone and welcome to my first playthrough on this channel, Splatoon.
Man, it's been a while since I've actually booted this game up.
I had to create a whole new user just to get the opening cutscene, but
Well, I mean, that's pretty much the same thing for Wii U stuff that only has one save file.
yeah,
And Switch.
I cut out the tutorial stuff because really there's no point in it.
Yeah.
So
And it's the same thing with regards to making a file on the Switch as well.
Yeah.
Yep, that's why I have like 3 different users because they're all 3 different files for Breath of the Wild. Also, for this playthrough, I decided to go as the boy. Usually I go as the girl, but just to be a bit different, I decided to switch it up.
Because everybody in Splatoon...
Hey, it's the OG waifus!
Yeah!
Yep. I actually just the other day finally got myself a Callie amiibo.
Got yourself on
You're cutting in and out on Discord a bit.
What'd you say there? You got what?
I just got a Callie amiibo.
Ah,
Nice.
I don't have
Zapfish
Marie.
gone.
I don't have Marie, but I got a Callie from Japan.
Callie, yeah.
Team Cali for the win.
Yep.
I was Team Mary, and we fucked you guys up royally.
I mean, I love them both. I just really like Callie's.
I mean,
design.
I'm pretty sure we could both agree with Splatoon 2, Team Marina.
Yes.
Actually, no.
Oh!
What?
Oh!
Yeah, I like Pearl.
Oh! We hit. Are you sure you're not from Japan? Because Japan loves Pearl.
I'm like my friend Brandon. Like, me and him are like the only 2 people that I know that like Pearl.
Pearl's a fucking tryhard. Like, when they were showing the goddamn trailer in the direct, I was like,
Oh, this is me
Pearl?
turning off gyro motion.
oh, come on!
No, I cannot do it. I just can't.
Me neither.
I tried. I really
It's
tried.
the only way I can play this game. I have to use gyro. Oh, motherfucker.
Welcome to the gag for this playthrough.
Yes, every single loading screen in
They're
this
not
game
that long!
I replaced with something else. It could be memes, it could be videos, it could be photographs.
They're not that long!
The load times are only 6 seconds long on average. But I was like, you know what? Cutting them out would be too boring. Let's have some fun. And you can expect this with every playthrough I record. Well, -1 at the time of this recording that I have done, where there is going to be a joke in every single one. There may not be a recurring joke, but there is going to be lots of jokes. But they don't get in the way of the overall playthrough because DC said he didn't want that, and you know that's a fair point. So I decided.
Look at our Until Dawn playthrough for an example where they they're the only thing that really that's there, mostly because they distracted.
So generally the way that I like to do this now for the first few
you open up all the kettles.
No, for the first 2 worlds I didn't do that. Later on I do.
Oh yeah, because they just get bigger.
Yeah.
So, what the hell did you do 2 first?
Because he's got to go out of order, man.
Because it was the first one I found, and that is the honest answer.
I mean,
the first one's right in front of you. You saw it, clear as day.
He did it just to fuck with you.
I just did the levels in whatever order, because really, it doesn't.
Hey,
it really doesn't matter.
I mean, hey, that's the fun part about this campaign. You can do it in any order you want.
Yeah. Now, generally, for this playthrough, I decided to focus mostly on just exploring the levels as best as possible, but I will say I do get all these sunken scrolls in this game. Some of them I actually had to pull up a guide just because I couldn't exactly remember where they were all at. So I want to say thank you, GameXplain, for having a video that showed exactly where they were at. So like right here, I'm looking for some
GameXplain.
It's not here. It's not here. It's actually over here, I think.
Now I don't remember exactly where they're all at because this was recorded like a month or 2 ago now. At this point,
you recorded it back in July.
Are you sure? I thought it was June when I recorded this.
It was July.
Okay, it was early July. It was very early July.
Because it was when Splatoon 2 came out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which this game did actually did help me get really good at Splatoon 2, because while everyone else was playing Splatoon 2, I was recording this, and I will also have to give a lot of credit to Splatoon 1's single player. I can't speak much for the single player in 2 just because I didn't really get that far. But
It's
it
better,
does an
but
amazing job of teaching you strategies you can use to online. Like the whole duck and cover approach you will be seeing me use a lot in this playthrough. I was able to dominate a match just thanks to that alone, because knowing when to duck is very essential to refill your ink and stuff. So
For me, I think Splatoon 2 has the better has a better story mode. The thing is, I feel it's a bit too much been there, done that. That's my main thing about Splatoon 2. It doesn't. The main thing about Splatoon 1 is, you know, it was brand new. It's a brand new idea. But with Splatoon 2, it feels more like my main problem with the Switch games right now, even though I'll defend that as a great launch window. A lot of the early games have just been deluxe versions of Wii U games.
I think it just depends on your personal preference for that sort of thing, because there were some people, you know, who didn't get a Wii U.
Like, the thing is, with Splatoon, they're branding it as a sequel.
Yeah.
The thing is, it doesn't do much. Like, it's new aesthetically, you know, new characters and everything, so that it does, you know, it has the aesthetic of a sequel, but not necessarily the, what's the word? I don't want to say mechanics. It doesn't have the
same enough content, I guess, is what you're
yes,
going for.
It doesn't have
I
enough.
understand that, but at the same time, I feel as if that Splatoon 2 has enough new things in it to where it did feel like a proper sequel. Granted, I would have wanted a few more things in it. I am not going to disagree about that.
Playable Octolinks.
But, like,
actually, I know how best to say it. It looks like a sequel, but it doesn't have enough to stand out as a sequel.
Does that
make sense?
Like, I'm about 50-50 with that statement, to be perfectly honest.
Does that make sense? Like, there are new things, but for me, there's not enough new things.
After playing the single player of this, I just feel as if Splatoon 2 did improve so many things, as well as the
yeah, I mean,
just
improvements are one thing, but
improved, and also just some of the new weapons and new strategies I was able to come up with thanks to my training in this game. I did feel as if I don't know. I think just playing this game made me really appreciate Splatoon 2 as a whole.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, it's just begun. Trust me, there are so many.
But no, for me, it's.
Oh, also, sorry, just to pause you real quick. If you want to read the sunken scrolls at all, feel free to pause the video, and read them for yourself. Generally, I
handled the same way with the bios in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, by the way, that totally doesn't fuck me over later. What I just did there. So now we're going
level 3.
Happens to us all. Happens to us all. They're not that long.
By the way, even I have forgotten about some of my edits I've done, so be prepared.
Dude, you might want to check your Discord settings because you're cutting in and out.
I'll probably how exactly do I do that?
You lower the sensitivity gate on your Discord.
On my voice part.
Yeah, voice, and you'll see a
Oh, auto detect sensitivity. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, not auto detect. Well, auto detect sensitivity will make you almost always heard.
Yeah.
But if you just put it for a specific noise gate, you can modify that. So
okay.
that,
I think I'll go for about 37 decibels.
40. 40 is
okay.
Generally the standard. Like the lower, it's on negatives, so the further lower, the more it'll trigger. Anyways, you were saying?
I was just saying that, like, some of these edits I have forgotten about, but what was I saying? Anything else exactly?
No, I think you were talking about the edits.
Yeah.
But no, for me, the main thing with like, say, Splatoon 2, like, it's like a lot of the new stuff is great. I love Salmon Run and all that, but the main
I love
thing
the dualies. I really fucking love the dualies.
Yeah, I mean, some of the new weapons are great. It's just
I don't know. I mean, first off, we haven't had a new. We've been stuck with
old
the
special.
same. Like we haven't got a new map yet. The only new map.
I think it's coming. You know, I mean,
We've
Splatoon
only had a new map for Salmon Run.
Well, we did just get... Actually, a new map did drop recently on...
Oh yeah, that's right. We did get one new map, but like I mean, most of the updates have been weapons, which I mean is great. More new weapons, especially like the Brella. But
And we just got the bubbler. The bubbler.
I
Yeah.
think it's only a matter of time because, you know, maps do take longer to develop rather than weapons.
Well, yeah,
But
'cause
I
they
understand what
gotta...
you're
They
but
got,
here's my thing: Splatoon 1, the very first update was a map.
well, I think that's because they had a lot more prepared for that versus this, where they're just... I think they're taking their time a little bit.
Well, that's the thing. They had the time. It's like that's basically my big thing about it. They're going. I'm not going to say, you know, I'm not going to blame them for, you know, doing the free updates because that's a good way to keep the game
Fresh.
fresh. Yes.
Stay fresh.
But the thing with doing the same thing with Splatoon 2, that. Not that they shouldn't be doing it for Splatoon 2, because, I mean, that's great, but for me, it's... For claiming to be a sequel, there's not enough new stuff at launch. You get what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, but I feel as
Well,
if...
yeah, it took a while just to get...
I kind of feel like the Splatoon 2, or Splatoon in general, and I'm just going to use Overwatch as an example, where the base game didn't really have a whole lot, but has gotten so many updates now that it's still being played very heavily on Twitch and in the esports scene still to this day. I still think Splatoon...
It also helps the fact that it's everyone's favorite Scion Blizzard.
Yeah, but I do think Splatoon, luckily, thanks to the great praise it got for the first game, I think the sequel can still do it. If that makes any sense.
The thing is, well, my thing, I mean, that's not what I'm saying. My thing is, not that it can't stand out. It's more, not that it can't stand, not that it's a great game. It is, but the main thing about it for me is it stands on its own as a great game, but it doesn't stand on its own as something that's claiming to be a sequel. Like, again, that's my big thing. It feels like it's Splatoon Deluxe. Like, it feels more, like, it feels
Oh,
just
by the way,
more...
we're finally going to level 1.
Like, it just feels like...
By the way,
it
props to
really-
anyone who knows what YouTuber that is.
Like, it really just feels like an expansion of Splatoon 1 rather than a sequel. Outside, the only thing that makes it stand out as a sequel is the story and Salmon Run. But outside of that, it just feels like this. It could have been stuff that added in as DLC for Splatoon 1. You know what I mean?
I understand that, and to honestly, my pretty much my opinion on all that is just to each his own on it. You know,
I mean,
I understand what you are saying, and I'm not disagreeing with all of it, you know, but like, I feel as if Splatoon 2 just pretty much, you know, that mentality, if it's not broke,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, but for me, it still needs to do enough to stand on its own.
You see, to me, Splatoon...
Because the thing is, a lot of the stuff Splatoon 2 has that isn't like Salmon Run. Like, I mean, how many new Eric? How many new weapons does Splatoon 2 bring? Like with updates and all.
Let's see. Well, in terms of actual new weapons for 2 alone, we got dualies, we got the Brella. What else was there? Well, we got the Bubbler special finally.
And that's it.
The specials too. You had the jetpack.
I mean, I was about to say the only new things.
And then of course
like,
there
they
are
bring
specials that replace the old ones.
Yeah, they bring back old like I guess that's a credit. Like, you know, they did a lot of balancing with with the specials and subs.
Yeah, like
because I love the curling bomb. Like the curling bomb for me is better than the seeker because you can adjust its distance.
Well, that and it's actually, if you're good with your trajectories, you can pretty much time a good bounce.
I think
like,
to me the best example I could think of is Jak 2 versus Jak 3. While Jak 3 added, a lot of stuff, the core gameplay felt so... No. Uncharted 2 to Uncharted 3, that's way better. Because Uncharted 3 is essentially Uncharted 2 with just some extra stuff thrown in, while Uncharted 2, I think, has the better gameplay, and, the better story, and the better music. Except for one track. Uncharted 3 actually... It's so ironic that my least favorite level in that entire fucking game has my favorite track in almost the entire series. It's called Shipwrecked. I fucking love that song. But, actually, going into that, the soundtrack also, for Splatoon 1 was something I never really paid attention to. But when I was playing this game, it was something I was definitely humming along with after a while. It really shocked me just how much I really was not that appreciative of the first Splatoon. Like, I only got this game originally because the Squid Girl DLC, when it came out, I was just freaking out because I had just finished the anime and thought, oh my god, they're doing a crossover with an anime from Japan, and it's actually getting a US freaking DLC. That never happens. So, like, I immediately went out and bought Splatoon and a LAN adapter for my Wii U and just started playing, and I really fell in love with it. But I didn't really pay much attention to the Splatoon until this recording, and ever since then, I've really got to say this series has definitely grown on me.
I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't say it's in my favorite Nintendo franchises still, but like, it's a series that I can get excited for. Now, unfortunately, I did have to sell my copy of Splatoon 2, but that was only because recently I've been having some financial trouble due to moving back into college and stuff like that. But I do plan on picking it up very quickly once again. I just need to get the money together. I'm pretty much okay at this point financially, but with also Rabbids plus Mario coming out, and then
well, it's already out at this point.
Mario and Luigi coming out next month, and Metroid coming out next week.
Yep.
Or no, this week, actually, on Friday.
Yep.
Wait, when's Superstar Saga plus Minions?
Comes out in October. I forget the exact date.
October. Pretty much the same month as Odyssey.
Yeah. And Pokemon. Or, no, I think Pokemon.
No, Pokemon's November.
Yeah, Pokken.
Okay.
Pokemon's November, and Pokken is
Pokken comes out in 2 weeks.
Which I don't fucking care about.
I do. For me, I like the original Pokken. I just hated the fact that we weren't getting the arcade updates.
Yeah.
Now we are.
Yeah.
Now we are. And fucking Darkrai, yes!
Yeah, the Wii U version just... God.
There you go. Thank you, JoJo.
I absolutely fucking love Darkrai. So for me, that's an instant purchase.
With Wii U, I couldn't commit because they just weren't updating it as often as the arcade.
I just don't really play fighters that often. Did we go fight the first boss? No, that's next part. Okay.
Next time!
We shall take on a cube.